Hi everybody, in today's video we're going to ask ourselves a question. Is Lords of the Fallen casual potato friendly?
Nope.
Yes and no. I think it's potato friendly, but I'm not sure it's night worthy. I found it interesting how they changed up specific mechanics and simplified them actually by reducing the amount of stats and combining multiple stats into one stat, while also streamlining the controls specifically to their mechanics. Gotta dodge that. But I also found the game to be a little less stable, and I crashed more often than I did in Elden Ring.
Ow.
The game is built better for proper co-op, but I definitely would not consider this game if it was not also on sale. What does casual potato friendly mean? As a potato knight, I often take on games against my casual potato nature to much of my frustration, as a knight must seek worthy challenges. What does casual potato mean? Well, think of a couch potato being a gamer, so a casual gamer would be simplest way of putting it, but I find everyone often has their own definition of a casual or a try-hard, hardcore, sweaty, etc. So I made my own category called casual potato, or couch potato, or just potato. You may notice though, I often play games that are not plug and play or story mode style players have any business to be playing. My channel is named Potato Knight, not Couch Potato. Almost any game I play can be assumed to at least somewhat be worthy of a knight. However, not all are casual potato friendly. So the focus of my reviews of the games will often include, is it casual potato friendly? How is the story and lore? It has its own world and lore which I found to be interesting, with added Umbral world mechanics. But for the most part, it felt like a mishmash of different Souls games and real life religion art. Which for some, the adaptation of real life could make it much more of a visceral, direct hands-on experience. But someone like myself, I just found it was almost lazy in a sense. I mean, it looks cool, but it doesn't really inspire me. The story, though, is more in your face than any other Souls game I've played, but it's still pretty cryptic if you just go charging in head on and not really asking questions. I'd say that it might make a better experience for a new person to get into a Souls game, as long as they turn difficulty down. But to be honest, if you're only going to play one Souls-like game, you should play the actual Elden Ring or natural Dark Souls game. Instead of Souls, which you don't lose when you die, or you don't lose all of it at least, the slots that you have for casting spells are basically catalysts, not your raw stats like attunement. The catalyst use your ranged weapon slot, and you only get 2 weapon shield slots, one for each hand. Inferno replaces arcane magic and intelligence stat. Radiance replaces faith. Both Infernal and Radiance increases your max mana. Umbral is kind of like Dark Souls 2 Shadow Magic, using both casting stats. It's kind of a knockoff, but they kind of own it as they have their own Umbral world and as a whole lore mechanics thing. Lords of the Fallen makes a huge deal out of the main character being a light bearer. In fact, they give you a special lantern to prove it. And this lantern lets you peek into and traverse the Umbral world. So kind of imagine like all of a Dark Souls game, say Dark Souls 1, also being the Shadow Temple in Ocarina of Time. That's the vibe you get. Like everywhere you go, you have an alternate version where the walls might be there or not be there in the Shadow World. This includes water. There is no water in the Shadow World. That's very consistent. Also, as you get to play with a few special cool abilities, even without making a caster with the lantern, so you don't feel pressured to making a hybrid character. You want to do cool stuff besides hack and slash. You will always have your lantern. Though if you want support magic, Radiance is definitely the way. If you can't get enough of Dark Souls games, or Souls-like games, yeah, maybe you could try this out. But even though the multiplayer built in is a very solid co-op experience, I crashed less doing a bootleg homebrew mod than I did for this game. So, that being said, if you don't mind having a low difficulty, it's probably one of the easiest Souls-like games to get into. Now, in some ways, it's more potato friendly than proper Souls games, but such options would make the game no longer night worthy. The kind of casual potato properties we look for in a game are if a game respects our time, not if the game is easy. Now, I still am enjoying this game, and I've enjoyed what build options there are, but I think they are severely limited compared to any other Souls games that I've played. It's like the way console gaming almost dumbs down shooter games to like performing consoles back in the day. I mean, they kind of do now, but like now it's like across the board as we've been the same generation of gaming for a while. But that's kind of a segue. That's not relevant. The point I'm trying to say is I cannot in good faith recommend this game unless you are really keen on playing all Souls-like games or you just love to do co-op games with a regular co-op buddy and the game is on sale. I just know there's so many other Souls knockoff games that are probably better than this game. It's not a horrible game. It's just there's other games that are probably more worth your time and money. It's like Dark Souls, you know, if you don't use the environments around you, the game's gonna be a lot harder. Yeah, it's harder to be, you know.
He's almost dead though.
Yeah, we're not using this max protection. He dodges those though.
And not this though.
The iframe bit.
Too damn old.
Okay, what's a good start? Right? No. You're dead. I'm not dead. Your stamina. Just gonna run away now. Oh, she's going after me. She does not want me to heal. I say too bad. I'm healing. So I can still hurt you for stuff like that. I'm still alive too! Are you just welling at her while she's like pissed at me?
Yep.
She really doesn't like me right now. It's all you now. Learn her final stage. But you know, bashing our faces has become a lot more hopeful. You should dodge. Stun. Don't lose it. Oh, nice. Oh, calculated sacrifice of health. He knows you know what move she was doing, and he had some freebie hits.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, all that
Basic
practice,
technique works all the time.
all that practice paid off. Finally, oh, we get extra help now.
Yeah, getting her to the phase 2 without using any crosses was helpful.
What?
She's just back.
Confused though.